Walton Heath Golf Club in the county of Surrey, a venue steeped in history, having staged countless high-profile tournaments right back from the days of the Great Triumvirates, Braid, Taylor and Vaughan. Now it welcomes an event that showcases stars of the future, namely the 2017 European Amateur Championship. England last held this prestigious competition at Hillside in 1991, and now as then, it's a truly international gathering.
We have 28 or 29 European countries present here. We have entries from the USA, Australia, South Africa, Singapore, Costa Rica, Mexico. So there's an enormous number of players from the rest of the world.
Apart from emulating former title holders Rory McIlroy and Sergio Garcia, the winner will receive an invitation to the Open at Royal Birkdale, where he'll join newly crowned amateur champion Harry Ellis.
It's another major, effectively, in the amateur schedule, and the names on this trophy are fantastic. The opportunities that come with it are good as well, and we got a top field this week, so I think everyone wants to compete each other, and I think anyone who wins this week will feel satisfied in the way they played and who they beat.
Everyone that's playing this week's in the top 400 in the world, so the field's only about 150, so you take all them and you've got a really strong field.
Just to the south and west of London, Walton Heath boasts two wonderful courses in a classic heathland setting. The Old Course has been venue for the European Open, Senior Open, and in 1981, the Ryder Cup, dominated by arguably the most formidable team ever assembled by the USA. It's been around for over a century. It was designed by Herbert Fowler, and it more than stands the test of time. Just ask the defending champion from Italy, Luca Cianchetti.
It's a good golf course. It's pretty firm. You have to hit a couple of good shots from the tee because when you hit like on the rough, there's no rough, but there's header, and it's pretty tough to come out from that. But if you place the ball on the fairway, you can have short irons to the green, which is a lot of chance for birdie.
If you're not on your game, you're going to get penalised. There's a lot of rough and thick heather here, and although the greens are a bit bigger than most places, making putts here is not easy. You've got to close out your round here. One of those where there's no holes really given for you coming in. I think you've got some chances, a couple of par fives, but you're going to lose a couple of shots if you don't make the most of them. And I think it's important just to close out your round and finish it off, because you can get it going here. But you, like I said, you need to finish strong and you need to keep your concentration, otherwise you're going to lose a couple of shots on the field coming in.
So to borrow Harry's terminology, who's been getting it going? Well, Dylan Perry, the Aussie, narrowly beaten by Ellis in the Amateur Championship final, has bounced back manfully from that disappointment, reaching 10 under par, held by a first round 66. Last year, Alfie Plant, an England international, was in a league of his own in winning the Lytham Trophy, and that form's returned. He started in mid-pack with a 72 before making giant strides by shooting 66, then 67. And Kim Thomas, a Frenchman, has produced some impressive golf so far.
Yes, Phil, Jeremy Gandon. With a world amateur golf ranking of 205, he's punching above his weight here, 66, 71, 67, the impressive tally for the La Boulie player. He's in the final 2-ball for round 4. On minus 12, he's alongside Milan resident Lorenzo Scalise, who shot the lights out in round 1. A flawless display, 64 against the par of 72. The Italian national champion, who faltered to 75 on day 2, then bounced back with a superb 7 under par, 65, reaching the same 12 under mark as Gandon.
But you know, Scalise isn't the only Italian vying for glory here. So too is the aforementioned Luca Cianchetti, maybe on course to become only the second player after England's Ashley Chesters in 2014 to retain the title. Cianchetti shot 70 and 67 before completing his third round with a most unlikely par on the 18th. It meant another 67 to earn a place in the final group together with Gandon.
Yeah, I played pretty good the last 3 days, and hopefully I'm going to do the same today.
Feels pretty good. I mean, that's when you practice, you at home, you just want to put yourself in this position, and right now I'm in this position.
We have two opportunities because we got two Italians on the top, and I hope some Italian win me or him.
3 tied for the lead then. Only 2 shots separate the top 8 players, and underlining the general standard, you needed to be a couple under par simply to make the cut. It's difficult to overstate the importance of the final day for the contenders, and with conditions pretty much perfect, Gandon and Cianchetti in the final 2-ball know they will be attacked by those in pursuit. A prime example being England's Matthew Jordan, here setting up a birdie on the second. Jordan would then add 3 more birdies and an eagle 2 on the lengthy par 4 7th, reaching the turn in 29 blows. And Kim, he wasn't alone in making a positive start.
No, Signor Scalise is at it early doors after parring the opening hole. This splendid approach on the 472-yard par 4 second, setting up a birdie chance. And the chance was duly taken. He moves to 13 under.
Also down there, partially obscured on the second fairway, Alfie Platt. He parred the first, would follow Scalise's example by birdieing the second. Again, little more than a tap in, and he climbs to 11 under. So then to that very difficult first hole, a real baptism of fire this. It's 235 yards. It's produced the fewest birdies so far on the week and the most bogeys.
It's a back left pin for this final round. So a draw would be the order of the day. If you can work it in there, that's okay. Safely on the dance floor.
Last year, in Estonia, this man won in very dramatic circumstances on what was effectively the 7th extra hole.
Played so well at Royal St George's recently in that amateur championship. Just losing out to the eventual winner, as you said, Phil, but alongside the ball, his playing partner right there, on as even. Very flat that first hole, hard to get the distance right, but both players managing it.
Now the third hole here is really sporty, 289 yards, risk and reward. Not on the green, but nevertheless for Plant, an eagle putt.
Not easy, straight down breeze, as you can see by that flag fluttering. It's got to hold its head a little bit. The breeze does affect even those putts on flat ground. Good effort though.
Cianchetti, a Walton Heath specialist over on the new course, he won the South of England Amateur Championship in 2015.
Good roll. A little bit bold. Work to do on the very first green. Not what you want. Nice conditions, bright sunshine. Scalise for 2 birdies in a row. Right to lefter here on the third. He's tugged it, hasn't he? Yep. Not quite wide enough. Not quite enough pace.
Been responsible for 2 bogey-free rounds so far, but in the second round he had 2 doubles and 3 bogeys uncharacteristically.
Gandon on that opening green. Can he get the pace right? Oh, I fear not.
Well, I don't know what the opposite to the word lag is, but that was it. He's getting up slightly now. For the par then. Oh, an ugly start. Not a bad tee shot. Walks off with the bogey. Ouch. And I think there, evidence of the pressure that he's feeling. Of course, Cianchetti is already in the Open at Birkdale as the European Amateur Champion from August last year. But Gandon would love to be there as well.
Alfie Plant. Can he convert? Yes, he can. Very good up and down from short of the green. He goes to 12 under. Colours of St George, white and red.
Give me this for Cianchetti. But in Bowley, one of the finest amateurs, without doubt, on the planet. They held a share of the lead overnight, but already just one hole played. Gandon and Cianchetti have been displaced. Now in front, Jordan and Scalise. The European Amateur Championship continues after the break.
The Simba mattress, built to survive the most rigorous testing. Responsive memory foam, up to 2,500 springs. Breathable sleep surface. Because you do more in bed than just sleep. Enjoy a 100-night trial.
What we love about Expedia is that you can often save money when you book your flights and hotel together.
I like Australia very much, but most of all I like seeing baby Frankie.
Atoll protected.
What makes us Britain's biggest bingo site? Is it our unique games like Cinco, where games start from just 5p and you could win up to £20,000? It could be our awards for things like social responsibility, or is it just for the fun? Find out at Tombola.
Get your energy supplier to install a smart meter and you'll be able to see exactly how much energy you're using in pounds and pence. Contact your energy supplier today about installing your smart meter.
Beyond the sea, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that will sail beyond the sea.
Escape with Sky Cinema this summer. Catch the widest range of entertainment in ultra-high definition, only with Sky Q. Lose yourself in gripping drama, with up to 4 times the clarity. Discover the latest blockbusters, with up to 4 times the detail. Experience the natural world like never before, and see sport at its most spectacular. The widest range of entertainment in ultra-high definition, only with Sky Q.
Welcome back to Walton Heath, where even though this is golf, not football, the proud Italians are targeting a hat-trick of victories in the European Amateur Championship. You see, after Stefano Mazzoli captured the title in 2015, Luca Cianchetti raised the Italian flag again last year, and guided by former European Tour player Alberto Benaghi, they're right there again.
I like when we finish the day to share information, because it's something that information from another player is something that you can get, like some other player can use maybe in the next 2 days or maybe even tomorrow, because obviously everybody hitting the same spot. So with 5 players we have 5 different points of view, and sometimes we have even one information is enough maybe to get one shot or to win by one. But I like to train them as a team. I like to them when they go abroad, if I'm not there, to help each others. Maybe one finish can caddy for the other one. So this sharing, I think, is very important.
Obviously, it's great to feel that everyone is supporting you, and each of us is supporting also the other guys on the team, and it's a great atmosphere between us, obviously.
I would say, we're very close friends, and we travel every time together, but it's not just on the golf course. I mean, even when we're not traveling off the course, we like to stay together. On the golf course, we share a side of ourselves that might be different to the one we share off the golf course. So especially, in the team championship, you have to play a foursome format, and it's extremely important to know your teammate, how you need to talk to him, how you can understand when he's a little bit down or when he gets pumped up. So it's kind of team bonding things that you can only discover off the golf course.
Last month, Renato Paratore, a former member of the group, won for the first time on the European Tour at the Nordia Masters in Sweden.
He has a lot of talent, but he was between us and was playing our same tournament. So he grew up with this tournament. We are growing up with this tournament, so we have the chance to reach the top two.
Some other players are similar to Renato, not as good as him in the heights and in the wheel, but we're working on spotting those players and taking out on tour.
I mean, I roomed with Renato 100 times. We saw what he was doing, so we know what we need to do to get there now. He's very talented, and he got there a lot earlier maybe than what we're gonna be, but still, it's good to see an example and see how he got there. Yeah.
Individuals with a powerful team ethos. So Kim, tell us about the progress of the two Italians chasing the title this time.
Well, a setback bogey on the 4th for Scalise, cancelled out by birdie here on the 6th. He then goes bogey, birdie, bogey to be out in 35. He lies 12 under. Luca Cianchetti, driven the green on the short par 4 third hole, an eagle chance. Has he given it a chance? Well, he did, didn't he? But a birdie there takes him to 13 under. He then bogeyed the 4th. After picking up shots on 2 of the first 3 holes, it was regulation figures for Alfie Plant until this neat and tidy up and down on the par 5 8th. That yields his 3rd birdie in as many days on the lengthiest hole on the course, and this Plant is blooming, 13 under. He's joint leader with Cianchetti. Drop shots on 11 and 15 have seen Jordan relinquish his share of the lead as only 2 strokes blanket the top 9. That means Gandon, despite being 1 over for the day, remains within striking distance. The man in joint 7th place, John Ross Galbraith, +4 handicapper from Northern Ireland. 2 off the pace. Second shot to the 18th is a stunner. To a tight pin as well. Well played, young man. No wonder he's smiling. Cianchetti bunkered. 3rd shot, the Italian, on the par 5. Playing like a professional, this boy. Real talent, Phil.
Yes, and so is Alfie Plant in the 19-man squad for the GB and Ireland side at the Walker Cup in September. What a trip that would be out to Los Angeles Country Club.
Nice par 4, the 10th hole. It's a hockey stick shape, just kinks at the end, as you can see to the right as the player sees it. It's a tough pin to find there today.
Now for Galbraith, this to keep up the right progression through the tournament. He's played in Challenge Tour events on invites, and he's clearly a really hot prospect, improving with each day here. 75-70, and look at that to finish, 66-65.
Tremendous scoring. Gandon. Big eagle chance on the 8th, the par 5. Not taken, but a very comfortable birdie. He moves to 12 under. It's hotting up, isn't it?
I think the most impressive thing for me is the overall standard on display. The future of European golf is clearly in very safe hands. Look at this man. Last year, in the Italian Open, he was tied 11th on the European Tour. And in the 3rd round, he played with the eventual champion, Francesco Molinari.
What an experience that was. Can he get close to this pin? Good effort at the 10th.
Jordan, so consistent this year in so many different tournaments.
Plays out of the Royal Liverpool club, Hoylake, as we know it. Good shot there at 16. Looks a formality, and is for Cianchetti. 13 under, on the move again.
Comes from a sporting family. His grandfather's a member of the RNA. His father represented England in the Commonwealth Games in badminton.
Slightly built 21-year-old. Big future ahead. Not quite draining that one. 13 under. He's right in the hunt here.
Now, no one has got more support than Alfie Plant as he takes on this right-to-lefter. Family and friends here in abundance. Not able to cheer that one though. And it's a tweaky one left.
Ooh, it is. Those putts you know you shouldn't miss. But can easily do so. Fans and family here to support the players. Good to see. Scalise. Birdie putt on the 10th. Very good second shot to a tight pin. Can he capitalise? Yes, he can. 13 under as well. Great 3.
Still right to left. Good stroke. Very acceptable result. Plant stays 13 under, now in a 5-way share of second place, because after 3 consecutive birdies from the 13th, Victor Pastor has leapt into the lead. Mind you, the 22-year-old Spaniard drove into the heather on the 16th, was forced to chip out sideways, and he's playing his third to the par 5 that, based on average score, is the easiest hole on the course.
It's a shame for him. Towards the end of the round, and what a recovery that is. He's made of stern stuff, the man from Cordoba.
A couple of weeks ago, this man won the St Andrews Links Trophy. It was a win that was in the pipeline because, as I said before, he'd been so close in so many other big amateur events already in 2017.
To Victor Pastor. Tiny putt, huge in importance. 15 under. Welcome to the party.
For Jordan, it's been 6 birdies and an eagle so far. Will this be a 7th birdie? Left to right. Oh, I didn't give it quite enough break. This hole has been a source of frustration to him. Over the course of the 4 rounds, he's played it in +2, and the way the scoring is, that could be the difference. Pastor leads by 1 from Robert McIntyre, who was 4th in Estonia last year. But remember, the likes of Plant, Cianchetti and Scalise still have those 3 back 9 par 5s to play. Can Victor be the victor? The story resumes in just a moment.
Switch off your phone. Shut down your tablet. Log out of social media. Stop trying to find the perfect filter. With urban agility and 4-wheel drive ability, escape your virtual life with the new Mitsubishi ASX, now with a £2,000 deposit contribution.
There's something unusual happening at Britain's biggest bingo site. A unique, totally free-to-play game called Stars, where a lucky few will win a share of £30,000 every week. Simply reveal your stars each day to be in with a chance of winning. Find your stars for free at Tombola.
This Thursday in the Harvey's one-day sale, there's 10% off everything, including products in our up to half price event. Like this sofa, now only $269. Hurry, ends Thursday.
Come rain or shine, it's festival fever at Silverstone as we head for the British Grand Prix weekend. Hamilton wins at Silverstone. The hat-trick, the British Grand Prix wins.
Will Hamilton make it 4 in a row at Silverstone? The Rolex British Grand Prix on Sky Sports.
Become European Amateur Champion and you mingle with golfing royalty at the Open. Well, a duo from the county of Hampshire in southern England aren't in the reckoning, but they continue to smile. You see, Scott Gregory won the Amateur Championship last year, stamping his passport to the Open, US Open and Masters. This year, Harry Ellis was crowned champion at Royal St George's in dramatic style.
I mean, first off, H, well done on the win. I mean, it's incredible that both of us have done it back-to-back years.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you feel 3 down, 3 to go? And I can imagine you were probably still quite positive.
Yeah, I think you draw off your previous experiences. I know we've been in some finals now, both of us, and I think you get used to being in that environment. And I think with the task ahead of being 4 down, 5 out, 3 down, 3 players, you get absorbed in just trying to win the holes back. In the end, I somehow managed to do it.
Yeah.
And I just kept telling myself when it got nearer and nearer, we got down 17, 18, I said, don't lose this 2 and 1 or 1 down, because it would just spoil it, and you'd look back and go, where did I make the mistakes and all that.
Yeah.
But just literally got so into the zone of trying to claw as many holes back, and then when we went down to extra holes, I just felt that it was destined for me to take the title. It almost like signs off an amateur career almost, and the name sits in history. Our names sit in history, and I think that's special to have them sat in history. I think it'd be important to get out there and just get a taste of a Berto. I've never played it before, and I think getting a 4 out around there and just getting a feel for the grandstands that are up, the environment you're in. I think that would be good, and I know you did that last year, and I think it benefited you as well.
Have you got any plans for what you're going to do practice days wise? Anyone you're trying to tee it up with?
I think Brooks was one of the first people to send me a message when I'd won, and he was very keen on getting around it. And I imagine that if I can get 9 holes in with Brooks, then maybe I can get 9 holes in with Dustin as well, because they're good friends.
Yeah.
I know that there's a Hampshire 3-ball 9 holes going on Wednesday with Blandy and Rose. I've already had an invite for them, so that'd be great. So obviously it's been 12 months, a long, busy, enjoyable, exciting 12 months.
Yeah.
What would you say is your best highlight of those 12 months, or highlights of those 12 months?
I've probably got 3, to be honest. But the first one, leading the Open after 10 holes. To say that I did lead the Open for a short split period is a lovely thing to do. And the second one is driving down Magnolia Lane at Augusta. That's just, I mean, you're going to do it, and I just want to do it every year because it's just incredible. The place and everything about it. Then the third one, I got invited to the memorial and managed to arrange going to Jack Nicklaus's house. So I spent 2 hours with him, and I mean, if you get the invite, just reach out to him and ask, because it'll be the best thing you do.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Lovely stuff. Youngsters walking with legends. And there's more history to be created at Walton Heath as the European Amateur Championship reaches its decisive phase.
And as you mentioned, Phil, Victor Pastor hoping to live up to his Christian name. Having birdied the 16th, that was for 16 under on the 17th. A little shy, 1 hole left. The tricky closing par 4 to come. Great birdie at 17 for Robbie McIntyre, and a final chance. This to join Pastor on the 15 under mark, and a fabulous 65, not quite, for the lefty from Glen Cruton. Losing finalist, of course, in the Amateur Championship last year at Port Call. You may just miss out here too, Phil.
But he keeps knocking at the door. And that's why he was voted Scottish Amateur Golfer of the Year in 2016. Another very consistent display. McIntyre leads in the clubhouse. Pastor leads on the course. I can tell you that Scalise birdied the 12th in climbing to 13 under, together with Platt.
I can tell you that there was an errant tee shot by Pastor on the 18th. This is his 3rd now then, on the par 4, remember. Sorts of drama here for the Spaniard. Can he get it close and somehow make a par? Hard work left. But for the cheeks, he knows it.
Now on 14. 2 lusty blows to here. Planned for eagle. The pride of Sundridge Park. That's in the neighbouring county of Kent. Hence, so much support for him. They were willing that one in.
Big moment coming up for Victor Pastor on the 18th. Putt here for a fabulous 65 and 15 under finish. Give it a chance, Victor. Got the pace. Oh my word, just shaving it. What a shame to drop a shot on the last. Could be so costly.
He's played the closing hole in 3 over in this championship. In the end, wow, he could be regretting that.
Never mind. Excellent final round, nevertheless. Scalise. Eagle chance. Another big moment in the scheme of things for 15 under. Oh. Coming off in my hands, officer. 5 feet of work left.
Right to left, commit. Stroke smooth. In fact, not that much turn on it, but right into the middle of the hole. 4 of them now share the lead. Pastor, no doubt ruining that closing bogey. McIntyre, Scalise and Plant. And Kim, given Cianchetti's tee shot on the 14th, he could soon make it a quintet at the top.
Yeah, he can reach here too on this 564-yard par 5. Breeze. Left to right, slightly against. Lots of air time. And a great result, going straight at the pin from there. Excellent.
And of course, although he badly wants to retain the title, in many respects he's playing under less pressure than the others because they've got the open spot to think about and his place there is already under wraps.
Healthy. Straight putt if you're firm enough here on the 15th. No, he knew it was halfway there. Just misread the line. Good strike. Stays 14 under.
Now, interestingly, from a similar vicinity of the green, did Scalise learn anything from that?
That'll be a no then. That missed even wider. Should tap in though. For the par and does so.
On day 1, Scalise's fellow countryman Cianchetti made a double bogey on 15. But mistakes on the back 9 have been rare for him. In fact, brilliance has been the order of the day. This for eagle.
What a moment. What a moment. Straight in, nowhere else. Doesn't he love it? Getting pumped up.
And great to see one of his teammates out there carrying the bag.
Right to left, dog leg. Last par 5 on the golf course, the 16th, Scalise. Uphill second shot to a very tight pin on the right. That was aggressive. Green found.
Seeing Scalise and this man Cianchetti in the mix must be very gratifying for the Italian team leader Alberto Benaghi, who was so instrumental in Matteo Manasero's career. And that's wonderful stuff.
Lovely plant. In the plant. Left hand side of 16. Against the Italians. This is spaghetti-like stuff. Can he control it though? Can't get the spin, surely. It was a good shot. Well played.
Yes, he's done really well from there. Maybe he expected the ball to react and jump slightly more than it did, and that's why he came up a little short.
Dylan Perry, felt so sorry for him at St George's. Didn't play that bad a golf on that last day, but Harry Ellis prevailed. 66-69, it'll be a pair of 71s to close out. The man from little town of Aberdeen in New South Wales, the country boy, finishes 11 under.
Yes, that day at Royal St George's, he will never forget. You were there, Kim. He was 4 up with 5 to play.
And they played with honour and composure. It was great to see. Two great sportsmen. Cianchetti, the birdie at 15. Can he? Oh, right edge of the hole, but that'll do. 16 under now. The Italian charge continues.
Yes, and now on 16, this is Scalise for an eagle to get to 16 under.
Lengthy putt. Oh, word, it's all happening, Phil. Tremendous stuff.
Walton Heath has got Ryder Cup connections, of course it has, and let's not forget the 2022 Ryder Cup is being played in Italy. Will one or both of these two be there, representing their continent?
Now then, a real test here. Alfie Plant. Oh. Just right by. He's on 14 under, 2 off the lead now, remember. The Italians. The Azzurri forcing their way to the top. Plant pars, stays 14 under.
Yes, and on that mark, Plant sticks in a share of third, and he's now in need of a big finish. To a drift of fellow countrymen, friends, and joint leaders, Scalise and Cianchetti. Are we going to see the Italian flag raised at the European Amateur Championship yet again? Find out when we return to Walton Heath.
The Financial Conduct Authority plans to permanently end claims for missold PPI. If this passes, you could miss out. With billions of pounds still to be repaid, some of that money could be yours. So call now and speak to Claim for Refunds. With over 100,000 customers, we could help you make a winning claim. Most people didn't even know they had PPI until they spoke to us. We've reclaimed over £127 million for people like Mr. Hughes. He called us and won over £66,000. And Mrs. George, she won over £9,000. All we need is the name of your bank. So if you've taken out any loan or credit card, let Claim for Refunds find out for free if you had PPI. And if we don't win your money back, you don't pay us a penny. Guaranteed. Call 0800 044 3079 or text WIN to 88882 for your free PPI check. You could be owed thousands and not even know. Call now.
Going on holiday? On the beach? On the town? A Caxton currency card is a safe and easy way to carry money on your travels. Competitive currency rates give you more to spend on having fun. And save more with no Caxton ATM fees overseas and no commission. Load on more money anytime. Download the app, it's free. Or go online now. Spend on anything, it's accepted worldwide. Go on, get your currency card at caxtonfx.com now.
Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it.
I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms, and I will.
If we don't put aside our anger and stand together, we will die. And then it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne.
The Great Wall is here.
This month in Sky Store.
Hello? Look who's here.
We don't belong here.
Run! Wow!
Come into the light. There must be some way to break the curse.
Well, there is one.
An uncharted island.
Let me list all the ways you're going to die.
Is that a monkey?
Oh my God!
Here comes the choo-choo train.
No.
You're watching. Choo-choo.
Okay. Choo-choo on that. We're looking at the first proof of life beyond Earth. It's beautiful. Huh?
Oh my.
Who are you?
Let's just say I'm the boss. We're out of orbit.
How smart is this thing?
We're in this together. And by together, I mean me and you. And those guys, but mostly me and you. What is on?
The latest movies, now available to buy or rent in Sky Store.
Wonderful Walton Heath has witnessed an Italian invasion at the European Amateur Championship, but who can break the deadlock?
Well, maybe Scalise on the 17th for 17 under. He's bold, very bold. He remains in the tie for the lead on -16 after making the return. His good friend, Modena man, Gianchetti, for his birdie on the 16th. The big moment. No, this is going right down to the wire, Phil. Nervy stuff now.
Undoubtedly, the tension is being cranked up a notch or two, reflected in opportunities being wasted. It should be a two-horse race, but if Plan can birdie the 18th for the first time this week, you just never know.
The question is, after a good drive, will he take this pin on? It's tight left. It's a sort of bunker-shaped hollow on the left to really avoid.
Yeah, no.
Oh, please. What am I saying? He almost holed it.
The caddy, the scoreboard carrier, the player, everyone loving that.
Gianchetti at 17. Awkward this. Pins on the front, it's down breeze. Hence, not much room to work with. Cutting it up. Trying to retain the spin. Did a bit left, trying to cut it. It's okay though.
Now the stock of Scalise has fallen a little because he's driven into a fairway bunker on 18, and here they really are bunkers.
Yeah, heather-lined bunker as well. Not nice. Can't get the green from there. Has to play for position. Stay above ground. We'll skip through that hollow. Just does. It's okay, but Plant, remember, is close in.
Yes, and if Plant can bring about a two-shot swing on the last, he's still in this.
Scalise's third then. Very important shot. No, he's shy. He won't like it. Part of 30 feet.
Yes, the man who spent 3 years at the University of Tennessee. They call them the volunteers, but he wouldn't be volunteering for that par putt. Now, Gianchetti for birdie on 17. This might wrap it up, you know. Not a bad roll. At least it's a stress-free par. So Kimi comes to the 18th knowing what he needs to do. If Scalise misses this, Gianchetti wins with a par.
Yes, and Alfie Plant is waiting in the wings. Got to make this. First 68, 16 under. No, another putt missed on the left. Just like Pastor before him. Bogey's the final hole. May not be good enough, 15 under par, and he knows it.
75 on the second day, that really hurt. That Plant, a must make. Hear the cheer if it goes in. He's on home turf, and he won't be going home just yet. He'll hang around. Slow start, but 15 under par for the last 3 rounds.
Terrific. What a weekend. 135 blows around Walton Heath Old Course when it mattered. This is not done yet. Gianchetti may decide things on the 18th. He's had a very good drive. He must not flirt with the left side either. He pulled it left on 17 from the tee. What's he done here? Oh no, he's short and left. And that is a little smelly down there. It's hairy, heathery.
Of course, Gianchetti is already on a quality list of past champions, featuring 4 Ryder Cup players, but only Ashley Chesters has retained a title first contested in 1986. Now Gianchetti needs to get up and down to follow in Chesters' footsteps.
Well, he's lucky. He's missed the heather. This will just pop up on him. He's got to get the flight and the pace just right. Steady. Oh, a little hefty. Positive strike, but a tricky putt to come.
Undoubtedly for me, given his talent and skill, the circumstances influence the outcome there.
Yep, not a good day for Monsieur Gandon. Bogey putt on the 18th, struggling to the last, not making that either. There'll be a 6 to finish then. 66, 71, 67 promised so well. But a 75 to close, disappointing.
And with this sparkling level of scoring, if you shoot 75, you are going to plummet down the standings. So, it's all down to Luca
to win the European Amateur Championship. Awkward slider left to right. Oh, and that's a wide. A little nervy for once. We're into extra time, Phil.
As we were in Estonia last year. Then Gianchetti prevailed. Can he pull it off again? You have to say though, can you believe these turn of events? Both Gianchetti and Scalise faltering at the last, Plant birdieing, and that's why there's a 3-man, 3-hole aggregate score playoff to determine the champion. Well, I can tell you that while Plant and Scalise played those 3 pressure-packed holes in level par, Gianchetti was again in danger of falling foul of the 18th. He was faced with a lengthy par putt to go into sudden death, with the other 2, of course, to keep his title chances alive. So close to the title, and yet now on the brink of elimination. Extremely hard to take. After being agonisingly near to keeping the trophy, Gianchetti is sadly eliminated. So to sudden death on the demanding first hole between Plant and his rival Scalise, who both, I can tell you, found the green. This is a stroke play event, but now it's effectively match play, with Plant looking to strike the first blow.
Lengthy putt left to right. Must give it a chance. Slow down. Oh, hit the back of the hole and somehow did not drop. He can only smile, a wry smile. What a great putt that was. Taps in for his 3. So, Scalise, another Italian, has a chance to take the title.
I think it's a finish worthy of the championship.
Not easy, Phil, from the higher level down to the lower level. Not an inviting putt at all. Can he read it? He went the opposite way to what he expected. That's no cinch. well over 2 feet.
Well, down the closing stretch, he holds some really vital par putts. Will he be reliable here? Yes, never in doubt. So 76 holes so far, not sufficient to decide a champion.
Well, the 5th extra hole altogether. The 2nd on the golf course. Off they go again. Scalise will play his 2nd shot in first. Could be psychologically important if he can get it on the green and fairly close.
Remember, these two were playing with each other earlier today, and they both knocked it pretty much stiff on this hole. A different level of tension now, mind you.
472 yards this, and par might just win it. On the right-hand side of the fairway, more awkward to get close to the pin for Plant. The bunker on the right, he must avoid. Oh, and he has. Great shot. Under pressure.
Advantage Alfie. Last year, you know, he holed the putt that gave England the silver medal in the Eisenhower Trophy, the World Amateur Team event. That was pressure. But this is even more.
Long way off. Scalise. 2 putts and hope your partner misses his. Left again. He's not making it easy on himself. Over to you, Alfie.
The Open beckons. Maybe selection for the Walker Cup. If this goes in, doors open.
Pace is good. Line is perfect.
They'll be able to hear the cheer back at Sunridge Park after that. What a conclusion. What a perfect winner. Surrounded by family and friends. Simply tremendous. A great story. Plant feeling just champion. This is a moment, an achievement he will never forget, regardless of what the golfing future might hold.
It's going to take a few days to settle in, but no, I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. You know, I really won it out there, which is nice. You know, you never want to see your opponent free putt, and that's the way you get through. So it was nice to roll that in.
The gallant but visibly dejected Luca Cianchetti and Lorenzo Scalise must settle for joint 2nd place, and that's because a battler from the host nation stole in when it mattered most.
And he's the best European Amateur Champion 2017, that is Alfie Plant.
Plant and cheering section understandably overjoyed. Now a place in the Walker Cup is looking good, and he gets to lift one of the amateur game's most coveted trophies.
You know, this is what we all dream about and practice about and put in the hours for, so to go over the line and win it, you know, it's can ask for a better feeling.
But the golden moment when his coveted spot in the Open was secured.
Get me out with the big boys, that's why not. McIlroy, Dustin, Speevers, let's have them all.
At Walton Heath, they were wondering, what's it all about, Alfie? In the end, it was about becoming the 2017 European Amateur Champion.